Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the Geara Doga Heavy Arms type again. And I got another match just to wrap things up nicely on this suit. And I finally got to play on a match that wasn't Arctic Base, not Arctic Base, Impact Site. Because they love handing out Impact Site whenever a new suit comes out. And for the next like 2 days, there's just nothing but fucking Impact Site. Or it wasn't even a suit involving 550-600 or suit, a map. So it was kind of frustrating. But now I got an actual map here with the Abandoned City, which is a pretty favorable map for supports on this side of the map. Pretty obvious sniping positions to be. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pick the Geara Doga Heavy Arm, see how I can do here. And let's see, we'll start off by getting a free 500 damage, 500, fucking 5,000 damage, and following up with our usual combo here for the Geara Doga Heavy Arms, which if you don't know, this, oh, hey, Methus, okay, you want to pick a fight? Okay, there goes 4,000 of your health. Don't do that again. Have a nice day. If you don't know, the Geara Doga Heavy Arms has a heavy stagger, and it has a, excuse me, a splash radius that also has heavy stagger, which makes it a pretty damn useful suit already of its own, because it has that. So it's pretty good for taking out maneuver armor. If not, if you hit somebody with maneuver armor and do a regular stagger, that's enough to do some follow up with your weapons. And with the Geara Doga Heavy Arms, it has some pretty nice complementing weapons with it. Even though it shares one weapon with the regular Geara Doga, which is the beam machine gun, that not a good weapon on the regular Geara Doga, but on this suit it does just enough damage. Especially with its 60 rounds, that it can do really great work of enemies. And with the cluster bomb is a really good follow-up for its obvious follow-up for its heavy stagger. Kind of like if you played the gun tank or the Zamel, where you do your explosive round and then you follow up with the the multi-hit, not multi-hit, their version of the cluster bomb, But yeah, let's see. Our enemy team, our enemy team, yes, our team has been beaten back, and we're losing by 2,000 points. They're going for a super huge push. I'm trying to just strafe around all people trying to shoot at me, and unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I can't really strafe around an enemy cluster bomb, and I believe that's King on the enemy team, person we play with a lot. A friend, and if you couldn't tell, this is a custom match with some other friends. We got James on our team, and I believe Fruity and somebody else. Yeah, for just Fruity, James, and then some other people we played with a couple of times. There's always some regulars, and let's see what we can do. They're winning right now, but if we spawn in, get some support fire, because it seems like the enemy team wants to capture F, I think that's F, E? One of those. I forget which side is which, but either way, we're going to get a nice support fire kill from that, because the person just got out of a suit. And you'll see right there, yeah, he just got into it, and now he is dead. 550 points, nice. So let's see what else we can do. I'm going to push up with Fruity here behind me. Completely just miscalculated that explosion radius shot. I tried to get that heavy stagger off early, but yeah, as you can see, I terribly missed because my aim is not good. But let's see, we'll try and aim at somebody else, preferably somebody who's just standing still. So yeah, we'll get a free 4,700 damage. And then we'll help Fruity follow up on, I believe that's Mick. And I got, my grenade launcher ready in case he turns around to fire at us, but he never did. Fruity's going to follow up on him and kill him. And then we're going to come back over to our team to help finish off anybody, straggling behind. And, well, they already got it done. So now I just have to figure out what to do now. I guess I'm just going to shoot the cluster bombs. And yeah, the Geara Doga Heavy Arms, pretty good suit, pretty good support even at its cost. The only problem is that, as I mentioned in the initial thoughts, is that it's a pretty big suit, so a lot of people are just going to be just looking at you and targeting you because you're just really easy to hit. And you have the resistances to survive like a prolonged fire engagement, as long as people just don't keep shooting at you, which they most likely will because it's this game. But it also has 0 melee resistance, so you really don't want to get close to people, even though you do have some weapons that can really help out for that. But yeah, also, this is a little bit of my fault, but I was trying to get away from these guys. I got stunned from a melee swing. They're trying to like multi-hit me, so I backed up, and then my teammate shot me from behind and got me into another stun right in front of him. That did not help us out at all, and I just died from a good chunk of health there. Not good. So yeah, with the Geara Doga heavy arms, though, you don't want to get close to people, even though its weapons it can do like the mid range part of it. The grenades into the beam machine gun. You can do a grenade and then use your beam machine gun to get 10 hits off or a stun, accumulation stun. And if you don't do it, I believe the beam machine gun normally stuns at 30. Or something absurdly high, where it's just not practical. So you want to use the grenades if you're trying to get close to mid, or the cluster bomb, and then follow up with your beam machine gun. Which thankfully the beam machine gun does have a bit of range to it. You just have to be really careful. You're big. So I think one of my suggestions for this suit was to give it some maneuver armor, because I feel like it would definitely help this suit out a lot in helping its gameplay. But right now we're going to see what we can do, and I'm kind of scared to fire at my team there. I should have just used more of my cluster bombs, but nobody was available to hit, so I was just waiting out somebody to come around the corner. Again, I don't want to poke my huge ass out, because, right there, that would happen. And that was somebody just looking at me from a really weird angle. So let's try not to do that. But, now we're, the enemy team's out all full front in front of me, so I'm just going to fire away, and hey, we're going to get a nice kill from somebody hiding behind a Methus, or maybe just got unlucky and just happened to be there as soon as I shot at the Methus. And, yeah, we're just getting some big damage off of this suit. And that's a pretty good thing about this suit, is just the heavy stagger with the big damage. The ballistic is really appreciated at this cost, because I always mention this, if ballistic is usually not a high priority among people in this game at high cost, because why should it be? There's hardly any suits that have heavy ballistic damage besides something like the Zeko Irons Type 3. I'm pretty sure there might be another one if you want to count the Bawu, but usually the supports it goes after, they have high ballistic resistance. I guess if you're a general, it's still good to watch out for if you have low ballistic resistance. But yeah, for the most part, people just ignore the low ballistic resistances on their suit, because most people are just going to be focusing on beams anyway, which, it's fine, because, again, if there's a majority of beams, why would you? But, that's just a benefit for this suit, because you can get 5,000 damage on that heavy stagger if you have your range up. But let's see, now we're on the last almost 40 seconds of this match, and it seems we planted a bomb at one point, and that's going to bring us just enough to challenge the enemy team. So all we have to do is just get a few more kills and just stave off the enemies, and we should be able to win. Which, hey, now we're ahead, pretty damn good. We just have to wait and make sure that nobody else gets killed. We're all at full health besides one person, but that one person isn't going to help anybody. Hey, I got another support fire kills, so that's nice. So now we're definitely going to be ahead. Now they have to get a few kills, which at the last 10 seconds is going to be a really hard thing to do. So I'm thinking this match is over. And yeah, look at that. 1 second left. Timeout. Good works all around. And, gotta say it. Mission completed. And let's see what we got going on. Alright, well, Bloops did really well all around in his Mark 3. There we go, almost said Mark 2. Gonna praise Fruity as well. And hey, second place, 4 and 3. Wasn't too far behind first place with Bloops. I'm assuming he's in first. And Taru on the enemy team got third. And yeah, that was a pretty good round with the Geara Doga heavy arms. Again, really nice suit. Nice support. Although it does have some pretty heavy downsides, but then again, what support doesn't have that, nowadays? But it can work pretty well. Now that I've gotten a chance to play it on other maps besides Impact Site and Space maps, really good for holding up in those corridor sections. Especially if you're at an elevated position, so you can shoot over your team. You don't want to shoot at your team with the heavy, stagger splash radius weapon. But that you can use your cluster bombs, but that's a good idea actually. They do some pretty good damage as well, like over 2,000 consistently, But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And type up in the comment section how you feel about the Geara Doga heavy arms type. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Again, I'll mention I like this suit. I really like it. I do like the ease of combos it has. All the weapons feel pretty nice on it. Even the the Geara Doga machine gun, which I called absolutely shitty on the regular Geara Doga, but now that's been given to a suit that has a high range stat, and given to a support that has an advantage over most generals. It's pretty good. The only problem is that it's going to take a lot to stun normally with just the weapon, so you want to use it with the other weapons this suit has. Or, you can get the heavy stagger and then just unload on them for like 400 damage a pop, And yeah, I've been playing this more in mix-up mode as well, and yeah, it's actually pretty damn good for mix-up mode. It has just, again, with that ballistic damage, really helpful against the 700 suits, especially the big giant Sazabi new Gundam. That heavy stagger splash radius is really helpful, and you can hardly miss that beam machine gun. But yeah, that's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.